What is going on, everybody? It is Wednesday, the 27th of November, 2024. It is now 2 p.m. here in Germany. This is the Insanity Report for today. And today, we're going to talk about, again, every day gets more insane, okay? I don't know what to tell you. That's why I called this the Insanity Report. You would think that, some days you go to bed and you think, okay, it can't get any crazier than today. And then tomorrow you wake up and you're like, wow. It did get crazier than yesterday. And it just keeps happening over and over again. Like I often say that I feel like I'm like on a permanent acid trip and not really a great one. You know, it's interesting, but not a lot of fun, right? So this one is fun, though. This one is fun. A couple days ago, I told you guys, also in an Insanity Report, about the trans madness here in Germany and over in England, where in England they're going to start allowing trans cops to start frisking and strip searching female prisoners and arrestees. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Yeah, that's going to go real well. And while that's going on here in Germany, a trans cop met two other cops at a club and took them home, drugged them, like roofied them, and then raped them both, according to them. Now, right, this is just allegations right now, and I do want to update this story a little bit, because I told you guys about that, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, that this happened. So, what I didn't know is that the club that they met, see, what I thought, and the way I explained it, was that this trans dude, who's pretending to be a woman, met these dudes in a dark club. They thought he was a woman. He invited them back to his house for drugs and sex. And then when they got there, he roofied them both. So I thought that they were thinking that the two victims, alleged victims, I thought they were thinking that they were going to a woman's house and they were going to get to fuck this woman, because that's what I thought the story was about, until I heard which club they met at. And I don't live in Berlin, so I didn't know this. But they met at what's called the Kit Kat Club. You can probably look it up online. And apparently this club is like gay leather whips, fucking the gimps in the gimp suits, the whole shebang, the red ball gag. That's what this club is about. And so the two cops who were victims of this cop who was pretending to be a woman, they probably were well aware he was not a woman. They probably were gay themselves. They were going to go have tranny drugs fun time. And this tranny cop decided to drug them and rape them. That's what they say. Now, it does change the dynamics of the story a little bit, but that's not really where I want to go with it. See, right now, the guy, the alleged rapist, there still hasn't been a court case. There's only been allegations, no arrests, nothing, right? But apparently, he's also not being put on leave from his job as a police officer, right? Which, okay, if there's no proof that anything happened, if it's just allegations, fine. Don't put him on leave. And if you do, make sure it's paid leave, right? But they chose not to do that. I'm cool with that, right? Like I said, he has not been charged or arrested or found guilty of any of this shit. The only thing we know about him is that he's trans, and we don't even know if he met these two dudes at a club or not. But the two dudes were at the club, and for two cops in Berlin to have to admit to the entire public that they were swinging their dicks at some leather bar or leather club with gimp suits and shit is probably not that easy. And so I don't think they would make these allegations for no reason. It's also not really, really hot, I think, as a man, to have to admit you were raped by another man with another man there. I mean, it's all pretty weird. I think that if it didn't happen, they probably wouldn't try to file charges on this dude. But we'll see. But that's not the crazy part, right? So that's the change. I thought they thought they were going to go to a woman's house. I don't think that's the case now, considering where they met at. But the crazy thing is this tranny cop is going to be like the head of women's affairs at the Berlin Police Department. So, you're not a woman, right? You're not a woman. You're being accused of raping two men with your non-woman dick, right? And it's one thing to not get let go or suspended, but to be put in charge of women's affairs at the police department. I mean, people, look, you know what I think this is? I think Donald Trump, his election, signaled to the whole Western world that we, the not woke, are in the majority, and we have been being fooled by liars into thinking we are not. And the election of Donald Trump has signaled that we are in the majority. And I think this woke shit is out the fucking door. But I think these wokesters that aren't going to turn by themselves, like these people in Berlin, they are now giving their final act of defiance because they know they're done for. Now, as a matter of fact, I'm writing an article about this, and if you want to get that article, it's going to be out next week, I think. If you want to get that article directly to your inbox and read it, all you have to do is subscribe to my Substack. You can do it below. You can do it for free, or you can do it for $5 a month, which I would greatly appreciate. And if you're watching this somewhere else, go to it'sallaboutlogic.substack.com. Again, that's it'sallaboutlogic.substack.com, and subscribe there so that you get all my content centrally in your email inbox. You don't have to wait for it. You don't have to look for it. Just a better way to go. So, anyway, I'm writing an article about why I think woke is coming to an end and why I think it has to do with Donald Trump's election. But it's not going to be over overnight, people. So these signs that we see from different places, like this Berlin police department, because as far as I understand it, this Tranny did not get like anointed into this position. No, the way I heard it from the news is he was voted into this position. So the people at the police department who know this dude is playing I'm a woman but I'm really not, and everybody knows it, but everybody's going to play along. They know he's being accused of raping two other cops, right? And instead of being like a little bit cautious or anything, no, they're going to go full double down and elect this. It's like electing a man to be the winner of a woman's beauty pageant. It's just unacceptable. It's gross. It's disgusting. And it's a slap in the face to all the fucking girls that are taking part in the beauty pageant. It's horrible. And the people who participated in it are fucking horrible. And the same with these people who voted for this tranny to be in fucking a position of women's fucking head of women's affairs of the police department. How ridiculous does it have to get? And I'm telling you, these are their last throes of defiance, right? And it's going to be that they're going to just get ignored enough by enough people in the public, which I think is going to happen. Or they're going to push it to a point where it will become violent, right? Because let me tell you something. If for some reason my wife was wrongfully arrested, right, and she gets to jail and some tranny decides he's going to strip search her, it's going to be a goddamn problem. I don't give a fuck if they're protected by the law. I don't give a fuck who agrees with them or not. I don't give a fuck. It's going to be drama. It's going to be on. No matter what. No matter what the consequence. No matter fucking what. Because this shit is going too far. So, let me tell you something. Alright? It's time for people, regardless of Donald Trump's win, everybody out there should be fucking outraged by this kind of shit. Yes, this is happening in Germany. Doesn't matter. The same bullshit happens in America. You're the guys you're the dudes who have fucking Rachel Levine as Minister of Health. An overweight, fucking mentally ill dude dressed up like a woman. He looks like he's melting, right? He looks nothing like a woman. He looks like the thing from The Substance, right? It's maddening. So don't tell us, oh, well, yeah, but that's Germany. No. This fucking ideology has got to get its fucking throat slit. This wokeism shit has got to go. Now, the positive thing is, I think, like I said, I think this is the beginning of the end for them, right? I think it's the beginning of the end. But they're not going to go away if the general culture goes along with them anymore out of fear or embarrassment or guilt or emotional manipulation. No, we have to go hard against these people. Hard. That's why I call them trannies. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if I'm offending any real trans person out there, which there are probably none listening, and if you are, you understand exactly what I mean. We have to start being mean. We have to start bullying these people back. It's time to put this bullshit back in its box. And it's not going to be left up. The government on its own will not be able to do it. As long as the culture stimulates this insanity, it will remain. Then Donald Trump's election will have done nothing to woke. Nothing. But we all know now this woke shit is not popular. And so it's time for the people to stop being scared, stop being worried about your job, stop being worried about your friends, because the people are not your friends, and start going against this shit before it gets out of hand, because that's where it's going. Like I said, if something like this were to happen to me, it would be a fucking problem, right? Like if it happened to a woman in my area, my general circle, my mom, my fucking aunts, my wife, you know, daughters of my best friend or some shit like that, there would be real drama to have to deal with, right? Real problems. Not a fucking joke. Not a Twitter comment. Not a joke. And I'm not the only one. For sure not. For sure not. So these people better fucking start getting their shit together and start acting normally and stop this craziness. Stop ratcheting up the craziness, because it's going to be a backlash they are not ready for. And it's going to ruin a lot of people's lives who don't deserve to have their lives ruined because some ideology went off the fucking rails. And to those of you out there listening to me right now that are part of this ideology, whether you're parents transing your kids, or you're fucking doctors that are doing these operations, or you're a tranny cop raping your fucking colleagues pretending to be a woman, and then being the male or the fucking head of women's affairs of the police department. You people you're a teacher talking this shit to these little kids, trying to fucking convince them that they're not really girls or not really boys. You people are sick in the fucking head. But remember one thing. Your time is over, right? Your time is over. Because now, with the new administration in America coming in soon, you will no longer be legally protected to just do and say whatever the fuck you want without consequence. That's done. That's done. Okay? So, unless y'all are ready for a real fight, I would crawl back into the fucking hole you came from and get your head right. That's what needs to happen. Jesus. It's just, like I said, it gets crazier every day. And as funny as it sounds and as funny as it is to talk about, it makes me fucking super mad. You know what I'm saying? I get pissed off. This should have been a rant, not a fucking insanity report. But it is complete madness. And it needs to be put to bed. It needs to die. Wokeism has got to die. And this whole trans craziness has got to go with it, because it's madness. Look where we are, people. Start using your heads, okay? Even the people that support like this shit that's going on in England, where they're letting the tranny cops strip search the women. I know there's a lot of people out there, even in England, saying, yeah, but I'm not a criminal, I got nothing to worry about, so fuck them. Yep, that's right. But again, people get wrongfully arrested all the time. You know? People do get fucking, caught up in protests, if they're at a protest, and they get arrested because they're part of a group that look like they committed violence or something, or if the cops rubbed the wrong way, then they get arrested. And trust me when I tell you, there will be no exemption for you in jail if you go, well, I'm a liberal, I'm a leftist, I'm woke. That's not going to help you. You're still going to get frisked and strip searched by a dude in a dress. And then maybe you'll go, maybe we should stop voting for this kind of crazy shit. I don't like that so much. I think that's what needs to happen to people, is they need to get hit with this craziness themselves and then feel helpless to do anything about it. And then they're going to start going, wait a minute, this is crazy, right? But if it's just happening to other people, it's not so crazy, it's virtuous, and it's, you're helping for trans rights and all that shit. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. You people are sick in the fucking head. Really. Anyway, guys, that's the Insanity Report for today. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great day today. And remember, subscribe below for free or for $5 a month. Peace out.